Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're going to do a review for Gunheart VR, a game originally released on the Steam store July 31st, 2017. It came out of early access on June 4th, 2018 by developer Drifter. It's available for all the major VR headsets. It originally retailed for $34.99, but it's a game whose price has consistently gone down over the years. Now it's finally down to $14.99. I bought this game on sale on the Oculus store for $14. I tested this game out on both the OG CV1 Oculus Rift and also now on the Oculus Quest 2 using the Oculus Link cable. Gunheart VR is an online co-op first-person shooter, although you can play it single player. There are some PvP modes as well. Warning though, there are reports on the Steam forums that the online portion of this game does not work anymore. I am unable to confirm these reports. There are 9 campaign missions and 11 challenge missions. There's 10 unique weapons and 40 plus modifications you can make to those weapons. There's also a variety of enemies and bosses. The enemies are different types of bugs. They range from snipers to enemies that take a lot of damage to enemies that hatch eggs, which hatch even more enemies. And of course you got your little flying bugs and your big flying bugs as well. The weapons range from bow and arrow to rocket launchers to handguns to miniguns to shotguns, and my favorite gun was the blast mine gun. It just shoots a mine and explodes, and you see lots of bugs get squashed that way. I have seen some reviewers that compare this game to Destiny or to Doom, and while it certainly does have some similarities, after all they're all shooters and you can play this one online co-op and it is fast-paced as far as the locomotion, there really is no comparison. Anyone comparing this to Doom or to Destiny has no credibility. This game is nothing like those games. I wish it were, but it's not. Like Destiny, there isn't much of a story here. You're giving missions, and basically your mission is to kill every bug you see along the way and then collect money at the end. That's really all the story here, but you don't need more. You're here to shoot, and what this game does get right is the fast-paced action and the locomotion. Gunheart VR is running on the Unreal Engine. On my RTX 3080, I was getting a steady 90 frames per second on high graphical settings. There actually is quite a bit of options in this game. You can choose the different types of locomotion. You can choose teleportation. You can choose to have blinders on, or you can be like me and choose full locomotion with smooth turning, and you can even choose how fast you want to turn, which is great. There's also different graphical settings, and you can choose your dominant hand as well. You can also set your floor, and I wish more games did that. I did not experience any serious issues or bugs. The visuals look great, especially for a VR game from 2017. However, I will say that the level designs are a little on the bland side, especially after you played a couple of levels and you're expecting more visual variety, and it's really not there here. Now, the missions do feel different once you're in the game, and you notice the differences with new enemies and new strategies being used, and your upgrades feel really good in this game. However, the mission structure here feels very copy and paste, and there really isn't much of a story here. It's very paper thin, and while there is some enemy variety, there wasn't really enough for my taste, especially if you're comparing it to something to like Destiny or to like Doom. It really isn't there here. And honestly, looking back on this game, there's not a single level that comes to mind as far as being memorable, because they all kind of run together. Although I will say that when I originally played this game back in 2017, I was in awe of this game. I thought the levels looked great. It was very exciting, especially since there were other players to play online with. So everything did feel fresh at first, and it was exciting, but the longer you play this game, especially if you're playing single player, the more bland it becomes. And although there is replayability in the missions to get higher scores or to do a faster run. There really is no motivation on my part to do that, just because, like I said, they weren't very memorable. There's not really that desire to go back into the game. On the other hand, I did like the different guns and how they all felt different. I did like the different modifiers you can do to those guns. I was very excited when I got the triple shot on my blast mine gun, and the movement here feels very satisfying. It is fast paced. It is exciting in this game that you can move around so quickly and you can jump around, jump high ledges, use that verticality that's present in the game, and it's definitely very satisfying to sneak up on enemies and blow them up. I will say though, at the start of this game, without any upgrades, it does feel like you're shooting with pea shooters because a lot of enemies are bullet sponges and it takes you a long time to bring them down. Unfortunately, this game now does lack the player base, so you're very unlikely to find anyone else online, either for the online co-op portion for this game or for the PvP mode, unless you have friends with VR who also happen to have this game. So yeah, in 2017 this was one of the best games in VR, but now in 2021 there are better VR shooters out there, and with the missing player base, it really misses a huge part of this game, which was the fun of playing online co-op shooter. But when I think of the reduced price and now it only retails for $14.99, I think there is enough here to recommend this game. I still think it's one of the better shooters. It's definitely not one of the best shooters, but it's definitely better than most shooters in VR, and if I have to rate it, I would give it a 7 out of 10. It's still a lot of fun to do these missions for the first time in single player, but obviously if you have a buddy that you can play with, this game is even better. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. If you liked my review, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, have a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of the video.
Eggs in this area. Let's keep moving. Getting some funny readings from this teleporter, but I'm sure it's fine. Hit the switch and let's jump in. Those things make a mess. Keep looking for more buzz bags. One more butt bag. Hey, look at that. We made it all in one piece. Chatter on the company line says the Overmind itself is attacking the homestead up ahead. Let's get close enough to see what we can find out. like she's moving off. Let's head to the extraction point. According to what we just intercepted, Palco's been looking in the wrong direction the whole time. They aren't in orbit. They're hiding underground.